So Nick, what happened? Where are we with racial profiling this year?
Well, at one point we actually thought we had victory in the process. We had a bill that was a compromise agreement between the Coalition Against Racial Profiling and the Rhode Island Police Chiefs Association, to the point where Chief Mello, who's president of the Rhode Island Police Chiefs Association, testified in the House Judiciary Committee on behalf of the sub-A we put together, the compromise. Unfortunately, a week later, the police chiefs turned around and rescinded that agreement based on a vote that they took in their body. And it was unfortunate, but we pressed on and were able to get the bill out of the House committee. We were scheduled for a House vote, and literally went down to the last day of session, and the bill was sent back to committee for further study. So it was unfortunate, but it gave us more resolve, and certainly our partners, to come back again next year to try this all over again.
What did the bill say, and what were the positions that were taken?
Well, the two big positions, which we actually had agreement on, the first one was youth consent searches, and the other was asking of IDs of passengers inside of vehicles. We had agreement on both of those things. But I think in the end, when everything collapsed as far as the agreement with the police chiefs, they felt that they would be tying their hands in the investigative process if they were unable to approach a 16-year-old on a sidewalk who had not committed a crime and had not, there was no probable cause involved, if they could not still walk up on that individual to ask them questions and to search them if need be. And, you know, of course, our position on that was, if someone hasn't committed a crime and there's no probable cause, why are you doing that to young people? You know, certainly without searching them without their parents' consent.
So the bill would prevent
the
that
bill would
kind
have,
of
yes,
police activity?
The bill would have prevented that. And actually, towards the last few days of session, we actually got a letter of support from Providence Public Safety Commissioner Stephen Parry, and also Sheriff Diaz wrote a letter as well stating that they felt that it was a best practice for police officers to receive that consent before searching these individuals that had not committed a crime, and in cases where there was no probable cause. So that was one of the touching points. The second one had to do with individuals who were in a vehicle that was pulled over for a motor violation, and have the police chiefs wanting the authority to be able to ask for IDs of everyone that was in that vehicle, based on the fact, and this is what they told us, that there were 34,000 outstanding warrants in the state, and they wanted to be able to utilize that stop to do a little search to see if they could find some of those outstanding warrants in the vehicle. You know, certainly our position was that, you know, if I run a red light, why should everybody in the car be subjected to, you know,
sort of a search.
A search, issuing a photo ID,
Right.
et cetera. And the point of contention was, you know, certainly this is a practice that's done heavily in Providence and Pawtucket, but our people in Barrington and Bristol being subjected to the same standards. You know, and I would have to guess, it's a guess, but I would have to guess that it probably doesn't happen that way.